Good evening. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Golden Jubilee celebration of the Arab Coordination Group, ACG. We hope you've had the opportunity to tour the exhibition, which showcases 5 decades of impactful initiatives, inspiring partnerships, and transformative development projects. The Arab Coordination Group is a strategic alliance committed to delivering a unified and coordinated response to global development challenges. The ACG works across the globe to support developing nations and foster long-lasting positive impact. The group comprises of 10 national, regional, and international institutions, including the Abu Dhabi Fund for Development, the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, the Arab Fund for Economic and Social Development, the Arab Gulf Program for Development, the Arab Monetary Fund, the Islamic Development Bank, the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development, the OPEC Fund for International Development, the Qatar Fund for Development, and the Saudi Fund for Development. Tonight, we gather here to celebrate 50 remarkable years of promoting economic development, advancing social progress, and building bridges of collaboration across nations. On behalf of the Arab Coordination Group, it is my great honor to thank each and every one of you for joining us in marking this historic milestone. Your presence here this evening stands as a powerful testament to the partnerships, friendships, and shared commitments that have shaped and sustained the Arab Coordination Group journey over the past 5 decades. To begin our celebration, we invite you to take a quick journey with us through the story of the Arab Coordination Group, a story of vision, partnerships, and enduring impact. Please turn your attention to the screen for the ACG corporate video.
As humanity continues to navigate multifaceted challenges, from ecological and climate threats to persistent man-made conflicts, the call to join efforts and bridge the sustainable development gap has never been greater. For over half a century, the Arab Coordination Group, ACG, has been delivering billions of US dollars in impactful projects where they are needed most, across continents, from building climate-resilient farms and advancing transformative agriculture initiatives to launching green energy and water infrastructure developments, to financing transport and healthcare projects, to restoring schools and supporting innovative financing schemes. Through a strategic alliance of 10 national, regional, and international institutions, the ACG has fostered collaboration across the intercontinental development ecosystem, collectively providing over $300 billion US dollars to uplift lives through economic and social development. As one of the largest donor groups combined financial resources, the ACG continues to drive transformative impact across the globe. Promoting a future where communities attain sustainable food security and access climate-resilient agriculture and green infrastructure. A future where everyone, including women and youth, can thrive through quality healthcare, education, and safe housing. A future where communities rise, recover, and rebuild in times of challenges, especially in fragile and conflict-affected states. Our work is anchored in deep country partnerships and built on strong country ownership and South-South cooperation. We work alongside global development co-financiers across the public, private, and philanthropic sectors to share expertise, knowledge, and data, including developing public goods that benefit the entire development ecosystem. At a time of unprecedented and interconnected challenges, we stand with the communities we serve, committed to leveraging our diverse expertise, shared values, and collective purpose. Together, we are determined to shape a more inclusive financial system that reflects the voices, needs, and innovations of the Global South. Together, we are determined to collective action and purpose to build a more sustainable and resilient future for all. Together, we achieve greater impact. Together, we are ACG.
That powerful video truly captures the essence of the Arab Coordination Group's journey, one of dedication, unity, and progress. And now it is my honor to invite to the stage His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Sulaiman Al-Jasser, Chairman of the Islamic Development Group, to deliver the keynote address on behalf of the Arab Coordination Group.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أفضل الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In a world defined by complexity and uncertainty, the Arab Coordination Group serves as a testament to the fact that unity with a shared purpose can propel nations forward. For 50 years, this group has been a steadfast engine of development and a beacon of hope. Today, we honor 50 years of relentless efforts, and we fix our eyes on the horizons to come. Our foundation is clear: collaboration, trust, sustainability, and excellence. Guided by these principles, we have collectively committed over $300 billion financing more than 13,000 projects across 160 countries. This is not only a record of delivery, but also living evidence of the strength and promise of South-South cooperation. Yet, behind every project and every number lies a human story. A farmer whose harvest is secured by new irrigation, a student whose future is opened by a modern university, a family whose health is protected by a new hospital. For 5 decades, the Arab Coordination Group has powered these human stories. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this 50th anniversary is more than a milestone. It is a turning point. As the global development architecture evolves, the world is calling on development institutions to be bigger, better, and bolder. The Arab Coordination Group is answering that call. We are forging a shared vision to guide our collective action for decades ahead. Our financing priorities are clear: advancing a just energy transition, building climate-resilient infrastructure, and investing in human capital. We will pursue these goals with renewed transparency and a focus on results. To that end, we will establish a common development effectiveness framework, enabling us to measure, manage, and clearly communicate our impact and direct our resources where they are needed most. As we look to the next 50 years, inshallah, we choose to be innovators and architects of a better tomorrow. As Khalil Gibran reminds us, progress lies not in enhancing what is, but in advancing toward what will be. Let this anniversary be the moment we recommend to advancing towards the future we wish to create together. We, the Abu Dhabi Fund for Development, the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, the Arab Fund for Economic and Social Development, the Arab Gulf Program for Development, the Arab Monetary Fund, the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development, the OPEC Fund for International Development, the Qatar Fund for Development, the Saudi Fund for Development, and the Islamic Development Bank together reaffirm our unwavering commitment to continue this blessed journey. Let us move forward as one, rooted in our heritage, united in purpose, and confident in building a more resilient and prosperous future for all. Thank you very much for being here. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for this remarkable address that not only inspires reflection, but also ignites a renewed sense of purpose and commitment in all of us. Over the past 5 decades, ACG's work has touched lives in ways that numbers alone cannot convey. We have gathered heartfelt messages from distinguished personalities and valued partners from around the world. Let us now hear those reflections.
استفادت موريتانيا من دعم فعال من أعضاء مجموعة التنسيق العربية بما فيها الصندوق طال العديد من القطاعات الحيوية كالطاقة والمياه والبنية التحتية. فشكرا للمجموعة على دائم دعمها ومواكبتها لبلادنا، وكل عام وهي من نجاح إلى نجاح.
The group contribution spans in a wide range of areas that is important for the recipient's country, including better access to education for children, healthcare, infrastructure, and water, electricity within that infrastructure, all depending on the needs for the specific recipient nations. Through its partnership with the United Nations agencies and multilateral development institutions, including regional institutions, the group expanded its reach, multiplied its impact to the benefit of the nations in need. The group also contributes positively to the post-conflict nations. These nations need support in building their institutions, making sure that they are ready for development, and the group provides that support in alignment with its partners. In conclusion, the group continues to play an important catalyst for the international development, supporting nations in need, which is a clear commitment from its own shareholders to ensure that they provide the support needed. Thank you very much.
Since its founding in 1975, the ACG has stood as a cornerstone of sustainable development worldwide. Bound by a shared vision and united in purpose, the ACG has championed transformative projects across vital sectors, from infrastructure to education, from healthcare to agriculture, reaching more than 160 countries.
As we look ahead, Azerbaijan remains committed to strengthening its partnership, and we wish the ACG continued success in its mission to foster sustainable, inclusive development across the global south.
The ACG has played a transformative role in advancing sustainable development globally, driving infrastructure, energy, healthcare, and education projects that empower communities. Through strategic partnership and collective financing, we have mobilized billions to tackle global challenges, especially in times of crisis.
The Arab Community Group has stood as a beacon of stability, of solidarity, financing hope, progress, and opportunity across continents. From infrastructure, energy, to education, health, and climate resilience. The group has been a trusted partner in translating development vision into tangible results that improve millions of lives.
وقد أطلقت المجموعة خلال السنوات ال5 الماضية عدداً من المبادرات النوعية للاستجابة للتحديات التنموية العالمية، من أبرزها الاستجابة لكوفيد-19، الأمن الغذائي، التمويل المناخي، دعم القارة الأفريقية، التحول الطاقي العادل، ومكافحة التصحر بإجمالي التزامات تناهز 100 مليار دولار أمريكي للفترة حتى عام 2030.
The Arab Coalition Group is a unique example of successful partnership. The 10 organization is member of the Arab Coordination Group have been working hand in hand the past 50 years to deliver impact across the world.
The Arab Fund is proud to be one of the first institutions to support the ACG. Our office in State of Kuwait hosts the ACG Secretary. We at Arab Fund have an important role in our beneficiary countries. We provided about $15 billion to co-financing infrastructure projects in different countries. And we will continue to support ACG mission to maximize development impact.
As we celebrate the remarkable first 50 years of the ACG, let's also imagine the next 50, a future of even deeper collaboration, shared prosperity, and lasting impact. So, congratulations once again on this milestone. We look forward to shaping the future together. Thank you very much.
The strength of the Arab Coordination Group go beyond funding. We play advisory role to each other. We share knowledge, expertise, and training. ACFund had present some initiatives that were supported by members of the Arab Coordination Group.
Together with ACG and GPE, we have mobilized $850 million for the Smart Ed initiative, supporting countries like Chad, Cameroon, Kyrgyz Republic, and Uzbekistan to build stronger, more inclusive education system. The Smart Ed initiative has catalyzed transformative investments, improving access to quality education, enhancing learning outcomes, and supporting national reforms.
It's a great honor to celebrate this 50-year anniversary of cooperation, half a century of impactful work. The Golden Jubilee of the Arab Coordination Group is not only an anniversary, it's a celebration of both vision and dedication.
We have been having a strategic relationship with different members of the Arab Coordination Group. So we wish that this celebration of the 50th anniversary will be the beginning of the best phase in the history of the group, and hopefully an opportunity to strengthen the relationship.
وعلى مدار العقود الخمسة الماضية قدمت المجموعة أكثر من 5000 قرضاً لتنمية المشاريع التنموية في قطاعات حيوية من التعليم والصحة والبنية التحتية والطاقة والمياه إلى الاستجابة السريعة للأزمات والكوارث، مما كان له بالغ الأثر في تحسين حياة الملايين بالدول النامية في مختلف بقاع الأرض، لا سيما في القارة الأفريقية.
Looking forward, the achievements of the past 50 years provide a strong foundation for even greater Southern-led leadership, collaboration, and impact to tackle the most pressing challenges of our time. May the next 50 years bring deeper solidarity, stronger cooperation, and shared progress. Thank you.
Building on 50 years of accomplishment, our quest at the ACG is to continue advocating for innovative development solutions that will sustain development, enhance South-South cooperation, and deliver lasting impact where it is most needed. The OPIC Fund is proud to be part of this coalition and remains firmly committed to our shared mission.
Through the Qatar Fund for Development, we are investing in initiatives that empower and strengthen community resilience, redefine the traditional role of donors, and introduce innovative financing models. Our efforts are focused on fostering long-term sustainability, ensuring equitable, just, and prosperity for all. The Arab Coordinating Group 50 years journey proves that when we united behind a common purpose, we can turn our ideas into a reality.
Since its establishment 50 years ago, the Arab Coordination Group ACG has played a vital role in advancing global development, with contributions exceeding $280 billion. The group has significantly improved living standards for millions and supported economic growth in developing countries.
We are privileged this evening to also hear directly from some of our esteemed partners representing donors, beneficiary governments, and development institutions. Their words embody the shared mission that drives us forward. Now I would like to invite His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Talal Al Saud, the chairman of ACG Fund's Board of Directors, to deliver his keynote address on behalf of donors.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Excellencies, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is a profound honor to stand before you today on behalf of the donor community that has proudly walked alongside the Arab Coordination Group for 5 decades. This Golden Jubilee is not only a celebration of time, it is a celebration of purpose. It marks 50 years of solidarity, shared responsibility, and practical compassion that have touched lives across continents. For half a century, the ACG has shown what becomes possible when generosity is guided by vision and when development is anchored in dignity. Together, our institutions have helped transform communities, building schools and hospitals, opening access to energy and clean water, strengthening opportunity, and above all, renewing hope from Africa to Asia and beyond. As donors, we are proud to have supported this noble journey, not only through financing, but through a steadfast commitment to partnership. Our work is built on trust, mutual respect, and the belief that collaboration is the surest route to impact. Today is also a moment of reflection. We meet at a time when the demands on multilateral cooperation are growing. Poverty, inequality, climate risk, small farmer security, and fragility. Meeting these challenges requires innovation, inclusivity, and new models of cooperation, approaches that blend public leadership, private capital, and community ownership. The Arab Coordination Group's evolution speaks directly to that need. Its renewed unity of purpose is positioning the group as a catalyst for resilience, sustainability, and shared prosperity. A remarkable example is the global flagship initiative for food security launched in Riyadh, which now engages over 80 partners worldwide. Clear evidence of how the ACG can convene, mobilize, and deliver at scale. Allow me one brief personal note for context. As Chair and President of ACG Fund, I'm honored and humbled to represent today the broader family of donors and ACG institutions. The spirit in this room, among governments, development partners, and friends, remind us that durable impact is always a shared enterprise. As we look ahead, let this Jubilee renew our determination to dream bigger, act faster, and serve humanity better. Let us keep faith with the communities we serve, invest in institutions that endure, and design solutions that last. Solutions that place people, not project, at the center. On behalf of all donors, I offer my deepest appreciation to the leadership and member institutions of the Arab Coordination Group for 5 decades of service and stewardship. May the next 50 years be even more impactful than the last. Congratulations to the Arab Coordination Group on this historic milestone. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Your Highness. Now I would like to invite His Excellency Dr. Abdullah Sulaiman Sheikh Sidia, Minister of Economic Affairs and Development of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, to join us on the stage to deliver his remarks on behalf of the beneficiaries.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبيه الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. It's a profound honor to join you today at the historic celebration of the Golden Jubilee of the Arab Coordination Group. On behalf of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to the ACG for 50 years of steadfast commitment to advancing development, promoting solidarity, and forging partnership across continents. Over 5 decades, the ACG has grown into a leading force in development finance, at the forefront of addressing global challenges, financing transformation projects, and supporting countries in their quest of sustainable and inclusive growth. In 2024 alone, it's collectively extended nearly $20 billion in support of hundreds of projects in more than 90 countries, investing in energy, agriculture, and infrastructure, and helping nations strengthen their resilience and long-term growth prospects. Mauritania has been privileged to be both a partner and a beneficiary of these efforts. Together, we have advanced projects that have strengthened our infrastructure, expanded access to education and health, and created opportunities for our people, especially our youth and women, who are the backbone of our future. Our recent roundtable in Vienna, the group pledged $2 billion in new commitment to support our energy, water, transport, and digital transformation agenda through 2023. As we reflect on the remarkable journey, allow me to highlight 3 dimensions of the ACG enduring impact. First, on the power of partnership in today's world of growing geopolitical tension and economic fragmentation, the ACG, by bringing together countries and institutions around a shared vision, stands as a clear testament to how collective action and mutual trust can transform common challenges into engines of resilience and inclusive prosperity. Second, on the pursuit of sustainable development, we have delivered tangible progress through financing energy and food security, supporting climate adaptation, and align our action with the global development agenda and the aspiration of our peoples. Third, on the importance of the ACG group today, in an increasingly divided global economy, the group's coordinated and value-driven approach offers something unique, a bridge of solidarity and stability that helps developing nations to navigate uncertainty, sustain progress, and remain active contributors to global growth. Your Excellencies, the Golden Jubilee is not only a moment to celebrate past achievement, but also to renew our collective commitment for the future. Looking ahead, we believe that the path forward must be both ambitious and pragmatic, building on what on what has worked, but also adapting to new realities. Together, we must focus our collective efforts on three essential fronts. First, strengthening human capital and institutions should remain a key pillar of our action. If we are to sustain reforms momentum and ensure that our development goals translate into real improvements in people's lives. Second, we must accelerate the green and digital transition, not only to harness technology and innovation for inclusive growth, but also to help level the playing field for developing economies and open new opportunities for our youth and entrepreneurs. Third, we must strive to deepen our South-South cooperation so that our region can define its own path to sustainable development grounded in solidarity and a common vision for progress. To turn this commitment into action, we must stay coordinated and focused on what truly drives lasting impact, embodying what the ACG has done over the past decades. Your Excellencies, Mauritania stands ready to work hand in hand with the Arab Coordination Group and its partner to build a world that is more just, more inclusive, and more sustainable for generations to come. Let me end by taking this special occasion to reaffirm our gratitude to the ACG institution for their steadfast support and commend their leadership in sharing a brighter future for the Arab region and the world. And this celebration began with our president, and I have to thank you for that. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Last, but definitely not least, I would like to invite His Excellency Dr. Sidi Wuldete, President of the African Development Bank Group, to the stage to deliver his remarks on behalf of the partners.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبيه الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, Head of Institution, Ministers, Governors, colleagues and friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. It is a profound honor to join you this evening in celebrating the Golden Jubilee of the Arab Coordination Group. 50 years of vision, solidarity, and impact. I am especially honored this evening to speak on behalf of all the partners of the Arab Coordination Group, a family of institutions spanning from Africa, Asia, Latin America, Caribbean, and the Arab world. Together, we mark 50 years of a remarkable alliance that has reshaped the development landscape of the global South, delivering hope, opportunity, and resilience to millions of people and restoring their dignity. This Jubilee is not just a milestone. It is a testament to what enduring partnership and shared purpose can achieve when united by solidarity and common vision of human progress. For me, this celebration presents a strong personal dimension. My entire professional life has been shaped by the institution of this group. Indeed, I had the opportunity of working for several years in Jeddah at the Islamic Development Bank Group. an experience that grounded my belief in development finance as an instrument of solidarity and betterment of lives and livelihoods of millions of people across the world. Later, as a governor representing Mauritania in the board of governors of the Islamic Development Bank Group, the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, and the Arab Fund for Economic and Social Development, the Inter-Arab Guarantee Corporation for Investment, I witnessed firsthand how ACG financing is perfectly aligned to the needs of beneficiary countries, particularly in critical infrastructure and basic services, transportation, energy, water and sanitation, education and health, and so on. As a minister in charge of the economic development of Mauritania, I was a first-hand witness of the group's commitment and generosity to my country and to Africa, a partnership that was tangible in every utility, every power system, every road, every farm, every health and educational facility supported. And most recently, as president of the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, BADEA, I had the privilege of being your financial arm in Africa. Thanks to your solidarity, the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa was able to raise $4 to $5 against each dollar of its own resources, a mobilization that had a transformative impact on the African continent. Tonight, I stand before you not only as president of the African Development Bank Group, but as someone who has lived every facet of the Arab Coordination Group, staff, governor, beneficiary, and president. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, since its creation in 1975, the Arab Coordination Group has been a pillar of South-South cooperation. Over 5 decades, its 10 institutions have financed more than 13,000 projects in over 160 countries, deploying over 300 billion to advance human development, food security, energy access, and climate resilience. More importantly, beyond those figures, the smiles of beneficiaries express satisfaction and gratitude. It was the Arab Coordination Group that stood by developing nations in their hardest moment. In the Sahel during the terrible drought of the 1980s, in Asia in the aftermath of the tsunami, during the recent COVID pandemic, and other geopolitical shocks. ACG stands also for action, commitment, and generosity. Few alliances can claim such continuity of purpose, such clarity of values, and such depth of results. The Arab Coordination Group is a true bridge between regions, between eras, and between vision of development that put people first. Today, as president of the African Development Bank Group, I carry forward the same spirit of partnership that defines the Arab Coordination Group. Africa is rising with renewed confidence, its economies diversifying, its youth innovating, its market opening in the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, and by 2050, Africa will represent 1/4 of the world's population and the largest workforce on earth, more than China and India combined. But to unlock this potential, we must mobilize capital at scale. And no one is better placed to do so than the institution of the Arab Coordination Group, working hand in hand with African Development Bank Group. That is why I would love to host you in my new home in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, for a high-level working session between the Arab Coordination Group and the African Development Bank Group. I look forward to welcoming you all in Abidjan to begin a new chapter in our partnership, one that transforms 50 years of solidarity into a bold era of shared prosperity and purpose. As we look to that future together, it is worth remembering where this journey began. When the Arab Coordination Group was founded in 1975, its leader believed that the resources of the Arab world should be a force for global good. That belief remains powerful today. That belief remains as powerful today as it was half a century ago, and it continues to guide our common journey. For me, the ACG has never been just a coalition of institutions. It has been a family, one that taught me that development is not about interest, but about trust. Not about charity, but about shared destiny. Let us now carry that spirit into the next 50 years as partners, as brothers and sisters in progress, and co-architects of a stronger, smarter, and more sovereign Africa. Congratulations to the Arab Coordination Group on its Golden Jubilee, and thank you for 50 years of leadership, faith, and partnership in Africa's future. I thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Across continents and communities, the impact of the ACG's work is real, measurable, and deeply human. We now present inspiring stories from our beneficiaries, highlighting the tangible outcomes of our collective efforts. Let us watch this video.
For a solution future for all. For more than 50 years, the Arab Coordination Group, ACG, an alliance of 10 national, regional, and international institutions, has channeled over $300 billion to transform lives through economic and social development. But what does this impact look like around the world? Let's find out. Rapid population growth and urbanization was affecting Bahrain's electricity grid, limiting its economic activity and climate resilience. That's why ACG backed the Al Jasra substation, helping deliver more reliable, cleaner energy to the communities that depend on it, reaching more homes, more businesses, and ultimately benefiting over 1.6 million residents with a 45% increase in energy flow. For rural communities in Tajikistan, roads are a lifeline to schools, hospitals, and markets, but one that is often at a risk of deterioration due to harsh climatic conditions and poor maintenance. This is why the ACG stepped in and helped to restore a key economic corridor, the Kulyab Kalikum Road project, making sure roads stay open all year, so no community is cut off from the essential services they need. But sometimes a road is not enough. In Morocco, transport between Tangier and Casablanca was slow, crowded, and congested. This was until the ACG supported the development of the Al Barak high-speed railway, one of the 10 fastest trains in the world, boosting inner-city connectivity and rural transformation for over 4 million plus passengers annually, while also enabling a more low-carbon economy and cutting greenhouse gas emissions. And what if we look further ahead and think of even longer distances? What if we tried to implement what seems to be a far-fetched dream? Many years ago, in the 70s, there was a grand vision to connect families and trade routes all the way from Algiers to Lagos, a stunning 4,500 kilometer stretch. Despite some initiation, the vision was never fully realized, with many sections left abandoned and incomplete. That was until the ACG joined hands to revive the dream by upgrading and expanding the construction of the Trans-Sahara Highway project. Not only does this vital lifeline connect Algeria and Nigeria, but it also benefits neighboring nations such as Niger and Chad, while extending routes into Mali and Tunisia, opening new markets and ushering in a new wave of regional growth. While mobility is key, so is protecting our natural systems. In places like Côte d'Ivoire, unregulated wastewater discharge and poor drainage was turning once vibrant ecosystems into inhabitable zones. But not anymore. Thanks to support from the ACG in Côte d'Ivoire, the Cocody Bay Rehabilitation Project was initiated, transforming the city with clean water recycling, a vibrant marina and green parklands brought back to life. Rehabilitating degraded ecosystems also boosted tourism, recreation, and local livelihoods, benefiting over 1.9 million residents. In places like Egypt, contaminated water would spread disease and even collapse fisheries and livelihoods. This is why the ACG supported the development of the world's largest wastewater plant of its kind, recycling the equivalent of 10% of the Nile every single day. This has created over 400,000 acres of cultivable land and over 35,000 jobs, transforming the lives of those working in agriculture and fishing and safeguarding biodiversity. Just as healthy environments can open a world of opportunities, better education systems open the minds of the next generation. For example, in Indonesia, under-resourced schools are unable to provide millions of children a quality education. That's why the ACG helped transform 7 universities with new facilities, an updated curriculum, and teacher training to build an educated and empowered workforce and to ensure inclusive economic growth across the nation, benefiting 369,000 students each year. Going even further, ACG has also committed to supporting Smart Ed, a global initiative to strengthen resilient education systems through inclusive, scalable infrastructure and innovative blended financing for national education reforms. Expanding access to quality education across the world in 37 countries, building 58 schools and training over 36,000 teachers, and benefiting 72,000 students. Despite such great progress, many communities around the world are still vulnerable to food insecurity. For example, in Guinea, families struggle with flooding and poor harvests. But with ACG's life-changing support, the Integrated Rural Development Project has strengthened agriculture, expanded irrigation and water access for 450 villages, and rehabilitated 350 kilometers of rural roads, boosting harvests. But more importantly, restoring hope and livelihoods for 800,000 people, while securing a future of greater prosperity and food security for 3.5 million people and families across the nation. However, some countries still struggle to break the cycles of poverty. The Lives and Livelihoods Fund, LLF, leverages collective momentum and concessional financing to provide accessible, sustainable funding to member countries, ensuring their populations have access to the essential building blocks of prosperity, primary healthcare, productive agriculture, and social infrastructure. LLF has made a significant impact by financing 37 projects across 22 countries and contributing to the attainment of 9 Sustainable Development Goals. It has improved access to immunizations for 40 million children, treated millions of health cases, enhanced agricultural productivity, and connected communities to reliable water and sanitation services. With climate-vulnerable nations facing food supply chain disruptions, the challenges intensify, which is why the ACG has committed $10 billion to cover short-term imports of seeds, grains, and fertilizers while building long-term agricultural resilience, promoting global collaboration to strengthen food systems and protecting millions around the world from going to bed hungry. As these examples show, when the ACG leverages our varied expertise and experience, shared values, and collective purpose, we can shape a more inclusive financial system that truly reflects the voices, needs, and innovations of the Global South while building a more sustainable, resilient, and inclusive future for all.
As we conclude our formal program for tonight, we look back with pride and forward with renewed commitment. 50 years of impact is not the end. It is a foundation for the future. On behalf of the Arab Coordination Group, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to each of you, our partners, friends, and supporters, for walking on this journey with us. We now invite all distinguished ACG heads of institutions, their excellencies, to join us on the stage for a commemorative group photo. Thank you, Your Excellencies. We are delighted to have the string quartet with us this evening. Please enjoy your dinner and the live music performances. As we celebrate the past tonight, may we continue to be inspired by the future. Thank you, and have a good night, everybody. Thank you.